So this is going to go by really fast because this was borderline a filler episode. This is my recap for If Loving You Is Wrong, Season 5, Episode 6, The Power of Love. Now, the episode starts off with Steven is trying to interrogate Brad. And I say trying because Steven, all he's doing is he keeps asking these rhetorical questions. It's just like, Brad, how are you? How's the sky? How's the sun? Is everything good? Okay, so where'd you take them? Are they dead? Oh, they're dead. They must be dead. What did you do with them? Why do you have these? Again, I'm going through this really fast. Oh, these boots. Why are you wearing these boots? Why are you at so and such place? He was like, I was there to clear my head. You were there to clear your head. You know, you were there for a couple hours. It's like, I didn't tell you I was there for a couple hours. Yeah, but you must have been there for a couple hours because I'm saying you were there for a couple hours. Is that where the dead bodies are? It's like, what dead bodies? You just told me there's dead bodies. What do you mean I just told you there's dead bodies? You knew about them being kidnapped. What do you mean? You just told me this information. Now remember, Eddie did tell Brad right before this, so that's why maybe some of Brad's questions are a little bit clouded. But aside from all that, oh yes, my name's Romie. Please like, comment, subscribe. Steven is doing the most. He brings up the picture. It's like, what do you think? Do you think that, can you identify the woman? It's like, yes, that's my wife. So it's like, who is this? Randall. It's like, oh, so you know Randall. Of course I know Randall. He's my next door neighbor and supposedly friend. Steven was trying to... See, this is where we see a prime example of how some people get baited and get charges trumped up on them when they get taken into prison, because Steven wasn't even acting like Brad was innocent. Steven was trying to prove that Brad was guilty. He kept trying to get Brad to say that, oh, you killed the baby. Where's the baby, Brad? Where's the baby? I don't know where the baby is. You don't know where the baby is? No, I told you I don't know where the baby is. I'm thinking, Steven, you're asking Brad the wrong questions. You should be asking him, what is wrong with the side of his face? Why is there a small hole and blood, dried up blood, on the right side of his face? Can we get some questions regarding that? Just see how he answers those. I mean, you can possibly catch him in a lie with that versus, oh, you know, how do you feel about your wife? How do you feel about Brad? Oh, Randall. Oh, I know you must have tried to attack Randall again because you attacked him the first time. And of course, Brad's like, yes, I did. And Brad's like, I hope something happened to Randall. Oh, you know, whoever killed him, I'm going to be so glad. Oh, whoever killed him? Oh, it must have been you. You're the only person that knows who killed him because we don't even know if he's really dead or not because I was just trying to bait you. And I was like, wait a minute. You just said you could act like he was dead, so that's why I was trying to go along with your train of thought. Now, of course, Brad said that since Eddie said that, but it was just 14 minutes of drawn out back and forth candor. Oh, while that's going on, Steven needs to go and take a break, so he leaves, and he goes and talks to, you know who, our little buddy old pal, Ben, and tells Ben, you know what, Ben, I'm taking you off of the Pete case. It's like, Pete, you're taking me off the Pete detail? Yeah. Why would he do that? Because of the fact that an FBI is stepping in. The FBI is stepping in, and I don't know if Lucius made a call or Lucius said a report, and so that's why the FBI stepped in. But, Lucian, I should say, not Lucius. This is an Empire, which is on tomorrow. But, the thing is that Ben is concerned because his task was to go and to kill Pete, even though he didn't want to. That's what Eddie wanted. Now he's wondering, Lord, I don't have to do that anymore. So I'm kind of happy because Pete was my pal and I hate Eddie, so it works out for me. But now he has to go and watch out for Miss Louise. Of course, that's Randall's mother. Eddie's trying to figure out what's going on here. What's going on? Steven does not like Eddie, so he's not trying to tell him any information, especially since he knows that it's like, why would I tell Eddie about anything having to do with Brad? That's not going to happen. Marcy finally comes out of the bathroom and, you know, her stomach is killing her. She's just so nauseous. She can't do this. So Kelly's trying to offer her some tea. The tea is ginger tea. She's like, ginger. That's the woman that had a crush on Randall when he was in high school. And, you know, when she went to one of his reunions, that one was staring her up and down, did not like her. Did not like her at all. And because the one did not like her at all, she could tell that the hate was just radiating off of her. But she switches from that to, oh my God, Randall, I can't believe he's dead. It's like the baby. This is just too much. And I'm like, wow, she's really, really emotional. Even for Randall? And now she's thinking that Brad did it? That made no sense. Not only did that not make sense, we're also looking at her like, you're complaining about stomach pains, throwing up, feeling nauseous. Are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? And whose baby is it? I think that's the most important part. Whose baby is it? Because, Lord, if they go and flip it to where Marcy is pregnant with Brad's baby, I'm done. Because remember, Brad isn't supposed to be able to have kids, so... Jesus. Reset. Okay. This show, it's just too much sometimes. You know, everyone, when I say everyone, as Saran says, try to say, you know, I'll go and I'll find the information because Marcy needs to know. She needs to know what's going on with Brad, needs to know if he did or not. Did they at least arrest him? Marcy's saying, I'll go down to the station. I'll go down to the station. I'll find out what I need to find out. I'll text them and see if I can get any information. Don't worry, I got your back. And, you know, Kelly and Marcy are trying to really coddle Marcy. Esperanza and Kelly are trying to call Marcy. For once, they finally have Marcy's back. It took Alex to be out of the situation for them to have Marcy's back. So I know this is fake. This won't last too long. We'll see what happens when Alex comes back. We'll see what happens when Alex comes back and they find out that this is actually Alex's fault. Aside from Rusty doing what he wanted to do, still, Alex was a huge part of the foolery that happened. But, you know, Marcy brings up a great point. She's like, I've been betrayed by my so-called best friend, Alex. I've been betrayed by my husband, Randall. And you know, having to deal with you two haven't been the easiest situation at all. Period. But they have her now. They're going to support her now. They're Ace Boon Coons now. We're back at the police station. Eddie's trying to interrogate Ben and saying, you know, Ben, did you find out the information on Claudia? It's like, on Claudia? What do you mean? Well, I didn't find anything out. I checked. Honest to God, I checked. It's like, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to the hospital to Miss Louise. I was like, what do you mean? You know, Randall's mother? You know, Brad's in there. Brad's in there. He's being interrogated. And I have to go and now be detail for Randall's mother instead of Pete. The FBI has him now. I don't know why, Eddie. The FBI has him now. It's just like, you incompetent twit! You incompetent twit! I gave you one job. One main job. You keep messing that up. I guess I'm going to have to go and do it myself. And so it's like, yeah, I guess so. He yoked him up like, here's how this is going to work. Here's how this is going to work. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with you. You're incompetent and you're talking back? What? What? Go in there. Go off. You useless anyway. You useless anyway. That's good for nothing. So Natalie and Lucian are at the hospital, and Natalie's still going through it because she's worried about Joey, but she's also worried about her kids. She's just sulking because, you know, she's having a woe is me moment. Her life is in shambles, and she doesn't know why. She figures she's a good enough person. She doesn't lie. She doesn't cheat. She doesn't steal. So she doesn't understand. But I'm like, you're really judgmental. But we'll skip past that because she's dealing with a lot right now. And she just wants to know from Lucian, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? It's just not fair. I am not a bad person. It's not fair. And Lucian's just saying how sometimes bad things happen to people. It's just, it is what it is. It's like, well, I need some good times. My kids need some good times. And it's just like, well, you know, you don't have to deal with all this. It's like, wait a minute. Those kids are my kids too, regardless if they're blood related or not. I love you. We're not going back to that house. We're not going back to that apartment. I'm thinking, Lucian, you may want to rethink that because you can't go to your new house either. There's a lot of foolery that just happened in the neighborhood that you're supposed to be moving into. Jesus. When Natalie finds out a partial mental breakdown, she's gonna have an official mental breakdown very, very soon. Anyway, she's just appreciative that she has a good man in her life that has her back, because he's just like, you know, put it all on me, I'm here to handle it. No, you don't have to do that. Yes, I do. I'm your man. He goes and he checks on to see the status of Joey. Joey's still in surgery. And next, while he's on the phone, Andrew calls him because Andrew wants to know what's going on, Lucian. Why aren't you here? Why aren't you, your radio's not on? I need to talk to you about what, I'm dealing with a personal matter. I don't care. The personal matter is, there's a lot going on. Eddie's doing a lot of shifty, shady stuff. Pete's detail's been changed, and he's not being looked over by Ben anymore. The FBI came in, so like, wait, what? The FBI? Oh, okay. I'm still dealing with the personal matter. Yeah, that's all great and all, but not only that, Eddie's been trying to send me on wild goose chases. I don't know what he's trying to do. Possibly trying to get at Miss Louise. Miss Louise, yeah, Randall's mom. Yo, yeah, your radio's not on. So here's the recap. Randall and the baby, Alex's baby, have been kidnapped. And so they're trying to figure out what happened, if they're even alive. And the main suspect is Brad, Alex's husband. Again, Lucian is listening to this like, I understand what you're saying. I really don't care. I need to get back to what I actually care about. But, I'll go there and be for you eventually. That's what will happen. In a due matter of time. And Andrew's just like, so are we really working together or not? Because I need to know. Hello? And he's like, I'll call you on my phone. I will call you on my phone. It is what it is. While that's going on, while Lucian's distracted, here comes the devil himself, Eddie. And Eddie goes and sees Natalie and says, my condolences. I'm sorry for your loss. If there's anything you need for me to do to help you. And she said, I need for you to get the F out of my face. I said, and she actually cursed. I was thinking, wait a minute, what network am I on? Tyler, thank you, because the episode was dragging for a moment. Like, I was interested in everything that was going on, but it was kind of creeping. Oh, Natalie, and they had to bleep it. Thank you, Oprah. Thank you. Anyway, Lucian jumps in and it's like, okay, so what's good? What's good? And he says, okay, let's talk over there, because Eddie's still trying to talk to Natalie. It's like, I'm here to support your son. He got shot. It is what it is. I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you. And he's just saying how, so you're going to go and shoot me again? This man, he's a good man. He's a quick draw. He's a good sharpshooter. Did he tell you that he shot me in the vest? I'm thinking, in the chest with the vest? I'm thinking, yeah, but do we care? No. And while that's going on, Lucius is like, if you ever come around her ever again, you don't worry about it. I will handle you. I will handle you. I will end you. We're thinking, okay, Lucian. We'll see how that goes. And he's like, I've seen the light. I'll pray for Joey. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Yes, I even did the... I hate him so much. I really don't. He entertains me. He does. He's like, you. Anyway, Natalie's like, you're FBI. Why can't you go and handle him? I'm thinking, so you're gonna go and blurt something like that out in public? And Lucian's just like, I don't ever want you to utter those words in a sentence and have it relate to me ever again in your life. Do you get that? Do you understand that? Can you process that? Are you sure? Okay, you're never going to speak that type of rhetoric ever again. I'll handle it. It's handled. Don't worry about it. Don't bring up. See, I'm working on this case. And on this case, I'm going to bury him and this department. But I can't do that if you break my cover. So Ben creeps out and he meets up with Julius. And Julius just lets him be known, I need you on my team. And it's just like, what do you need for me to do? Now, did you guys notice the camera work? Because at one point the camera was like this, and they're talking. Next thing you know, I'm like, whoa, that was not smooth at all. I caught that zoom out. That was not good. Anyway, because like I was saying before, I figured that Julius was just drunk and high and just saying whatever he needed to say and was just messing around with Ben. But, you know, it could end up being weird. But Ben was trying to allude to the fact that Julius wants Ben to kill Eddie, which is why I told you. I told you that's what he really wanted. And so he was just messing with Ben and trying to get Ben on his side. The issue is that Ben was saying, no, I can't do that, but I'll do anything else. He's saying, what do you mean anything else? Like, what salary are you making? 44K? I'm thinking that's more than me. And I'm fresh out of college, too. Dang. But he's like, oh, a year? I mean, a day? No, a year. It's like, oh, dude, I can upgrade you. Because Ben was looking at his car. So it's like, you know, you could be living the type of life that I'm living. And like, yeah, but I'm not, you know, part of the cartel. You're part of the cartel. You can have someone go, I'm part of the what? It's like, oh, I'm sorry. You're allegedly. But I can't do that. I just can't do that. Julius is looking at him like, so you don't like Eddie. He shot you, and he shot me in the leg. And when he said that, Ben was looking at Julius's leg a little bit too long. I know I may be reading into some stuff, but all of this is just like, because once it came into fruition, it culminated into this awkward situation of Ben asking, okay, so I can't do that, but I'll do anything else. I'm thinking, I grew up with that mentality of you never say a phrase, anything else, because you can be rocking with people who really do mean they'll want you to do anything, anything? It's like, anything? Because Ben was like, well, you know, at the station, you were touching my hand. And again, all the things that I was saying too, but maybe Julius was messing with his mind, which I knew he was, because Julius was like, wait, what? Were you into that? What are you alluding to? You want, you and the guys? It was like, no, dude, I have a girlfriend, but you know, like, Ben. Dude was just like, no, I don't, no, maybe, no, I want Eddie dead. That was the whole point of recruiting you. Can you do that or not? No. It's just like, okay, why don't you go and think about it and take this car. So it's like, wait, but how you get home? Oh, don't worry about that. You're going to drive me. You know how to drive these things, right? Yeah, I drive them in the video games all the time. It's like, okay, dude, it is what it is. You're going to come over to my house. You're going to see how I live. And you're going to want to be a part of my crew. And you will be a part of my crew. You'll make it happen. You'll have Eddie killed off while he's in the line of duty. Because that's how you have to do it when it's someone like him. A law officer. I'm like, damn. So we're back at the station, and Brad's still talking to Steve, and Steve tries to get personal, because Steve also toured in, I believe it was Iraq, and he's like, so how many kills did you have? Again, he's trying to build this case against Brad, and trying to show that Brad is used to killing people. This is like, yeah, you came home, but you came home to some BS. You came home to betrayal from your wife, from your best friend, and now this child that you're not even trying to acknowledge. I'm thinking, of course you want to acknowledge the child. The child's a bastard. To him, at least. We don't look at it like that anymore, but if you want to be technical, it is what it is. So he's just like, oh, well, you know, how many people have you killed? How many people have you killed? Did you kill 2 more? Where's the baby? Is it dead? Is he dead? Look at it! Look at it! Did you do it? Did you do it? Yes, I did it! I'm thinking, Brad, why would you? Brad is so upset and so irritated and so hurt that he's actually put in this situation because of his wife and his so-called best friend, or one of his close friends. Oh, this is so stupid. Please like, comment, subscribe, because next week's going to be good. The shortest recap of the show ever.